EAGLES. Eagles.
Welcome in, everybody, to the JAKIB Postgame Show here on JAKIB Sports. Looking forward to doing it with everybody, bringing everybody in to the show. Birds win their 10th straight game, everybody. 10 straight games. But who's counting? They're up to 12-2 on the year. And they answered the questions today, everybody. Jalen Hurts was 25 of 32 for 290 yards and 2 touchdowns with another touchdown on the ground. He also had 45 rushing yards with, as I mentioned, a touchdown on the ground. That's 3 total touchdowns for Jalen Hurts today. A.J. Brown, 11 targets, 8 catches, 110 yards and a touchdown. Devonta Smith, 12 targets, 11 catches, 109 yards and a touchdown. Now, how's that? How's that for getting the passing game going? How is that for getting the passing game going? Very impressive stuff for the Philadelphia Eagles. The goal of this show, everybody on the Post-Postgame Show, I'm going to bring on some of our great viewers here on JAKIB Sports, and we will talk to them, and we will get their takeaways from this game, what they think of it, what they think of Jalen Hurts' performance, the passing game, everything that came with the performance today. I thought it was a very impressive one where I think Sileo and John are right, is you got to be consistent with it, but you're talking about a Steeler team that has been a tough out for everybody this year, and the Eagles really ran them into the turf. And without those 2 turnovers, this game could have been a lot different story. Now, the Eagles did get that 1 turnover that Najee Harris gifted us. I mean, that was a bad fumble by him, and that ultimately put the game away when the Eagles went up by 2 scores there. But overall, a great game, and the Birds win their 10th straight, everybody. But like I said, don't let the Grinch steal Christmas. Do not let the Grinch steal Christmas. I'm going to send the link out now. So if you're in the chat and you'd like to join the show, definitely do that. And I'll be looking forward to talking to you guys. I'll get as many of you guys up as I can. We'll go about an hour tonight. So we'll do an hour of talk with everybody, and we will bring on the people, talk to them, see what they got to say. And that'll be good stuff there. So looking forward to talking to you guys. My big take is obviously the game and what they were able to do. Defense has been amazing, continues to be amazing. I think they've now earned the benefit of the doubt in a big way for this team, and they just keep making plays, man. Vic Fangio is the MVP of the team. I don't know if it's a player. It might be Vic Fangio at this point with how good this defense is. So pretty impressive stuff for what they were able to do today. And like I said, 10 straight wins. Let's get right to the great people here on JAKIB Sports that are joining me. Bob Brown, Joe Whipson here, Akbar the Star. Looking forward to talking to everybody on the show today. Joe Whip, I'm going to come to you first, brother. You were in here, and you get the veteran treatment. Joe Whip, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I have breaking news for you.
What's that?
I just heard on KYW News Radio that a clean-shaven man with slick back hair wearing a Miami T-shirt was seen pushing a goalpost all the way down the Schuylkill Expressway.
We're starting with a big shot to Big Sills. Listen, I get it. I'll be ripping them all week long for this one. But, Joe, 10 straight, man. You do it. Now you do it in a way that you haven't seen this team do it with passing the ball. The defense continues to be lights out. What do you make of this team, man? What do you make of the passing game? What do you make of them responding? Really impressive performance there. I think maybe the best win of the year.
Well, I agree. It was the most complete game of the year. What amazed me was they simplified the passing offense. They were all quick plays, quick slants, when Jalen got away from that in the second quarter and he was holding on to the ball, it slowed down.
Right.
And when they went back to it again in the third quarter, bing, bang, bing. And it's like, you're taking, he's not thinking about where he's going. He's taking the first or second read and he's getting the ball out quick. They can't sack him. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, it really was. Jalen Hurts, did he quiet some of your concerns today?
Well, if he plays like that, absolutely. I mean, I don't think he could have played better.
I don't either.
I mean, if it wasn't for Watt on the other side, they would have slaughtered them.
I know.
And I think he has I'm afraid he has a Les Frank injury.
The way he was holding, you talking about TJ?
The way his foot bent when he.
Yeah.
I
hope not, but you might be right.
I hope not, but you don't like to see great players go down for, that guy's he gave Lane Johnson all he could handle.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Joe, what do you think of the passing, or not the passing game, the defense, man? They've continued to be lights out, and they do it again now versus Steelers. How impressed with you, or with what Vic Fangio's done? Now, I ask you this because I'm a younger fan, admittedly, obviously. How does this defense stack up versus gangrene? And like, I'm not going to say they are gangrene because I never had the privilege of watching them in real time, but this defense is unbelievable, Joe. How do they compare to some of the best you've seen in Philly?
Well, considering the game was very different back in the 80s, you could smash people, you could smash the quarterback, you could hit people in the mouth when they came off the line. So it was a different game. And when you consider how the rules favor the offense so heavily in the NFL today, this defense is as good as I've seen. And I can tell you, I've been watching film of Mitchell. They say he's not a lockdown corner. Every time someone comes into his zone, he's on them like ugly on an ape. I mean, this guy, I can't believe how well he's playing. And watching these guys die, they're clearly doing a lot of study. You watch Vaughn, you see Nakobe Dean, you see Cooper DeJean, you can see how they recognize the plays before they happen. They're really impressive.
Give me your one under the radar guy, or maybe a couple under the radar guy, like the Zach Bonds or give me an under the radar guy that you're watching right now that's been impressive to you. I know one for me, but do you have one?
Well, Milton Williams.
Yeah, he's a good one.
I mean, he's playing unbelievable football. Nolan Smith is he's slowly making me a believer. I mean, he set the edge.
Yeah, he's mine. Nolan Smith is mine.
He had a sack. I mean, he's playing way better than I thought he was capable of playing. And same with Dean. Dean's playing like he played in college. I think
his body looks, he looks like he's got the NFL body now too, which is big.
Yeah, he's put on some weight, and he's a downhill player, and Vic is letting him play downhill. So Vic has tailored his defense to the players that he has, which is a sign of that's what the great coaches do.
All right, Joe, I'm working on a list of questions here. So I'm going to ask every viewer one question about the end of the year, and they're all going to be different. I'm trying to make as many different ones as I can. I'm going to ask you this one. How far will the Eagles go in the postseason?
Well, if they remain relatively injury-free, they should be in the Super Bowl.
Look at the Lions.
The Lions
and Carlton. Dude, that's like losing Quinyon Mitchell and I don't want to say Jalen Carter because Lynn McNeil's not Jalen Carter, but maybe Jordan Davis. Those are big injuries. Those aren't bench guys. Those are bona fide starters.
No, their defense. I don't care how good their offense is. They just can't keep giving up, 50 points a game at home. That's you win with defense in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So the Eagles had the benefit there, and I'm sorry. I think Sam Darnold's going to turn back into a pumpkin eventually by the.
It would be hard for me to push back on
by the end of the year. I can't believe that Sam Darnold is going to cost the Eagles a trip to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it certainly might happen. Joe, thank you for joining me. Any other final takeaways? Any other things on your mind you want to get out before I let you go, brother?
Well, the only thing I hope you get the Princess Di jackets.
Yeah,
Zander,
I'm working on it. See, I didn't really know that they came out, and you sent me that email, and I'm like, holy shit, did they redrop? So I called one of my guys down there who knows, and he's trying, but they have extra smalls right now, and I don't want an extra small. I'm trying to get a large and an extra large. So
yeah, I got a 2. Their sizes, they changed their sizes, so I have a 2XL, and it's one size too big, but it's as warm as can be.
Is it like furry? What's it like? Is it like a leather jacket or what's it like?
No, it's a woolen jacket, but it's got the like that shiny material on the inside that's pleated.
Yeah.
And it's really thick, and that eagle on the back is just
cool
awesome.
As it gets. Yeah.
I've gotten some people that have stopped me wearing it. It's no one's hit me over the head yet, but
yeah, right. That might be coming next. Hopefully not.
So
Joe, appreciate it, man.
Wear it.
All right, good stuff, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
I'll see you. I'll be in the chat tomorrow morning.
All right. I'll talk to you, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Bye-bye.
Good stuff there from Joe Whipp joining me here on the Post-Game Show. I had Bob Brown. I'm going to see if Bob Brown checks back in. Akbar, I got Akbar. Is Bob Brown here? Yeah, Bob's here. Bob was in here. I'm just going to Bob next. Let me get to Bob. Bob Brown joining the show now here on the Post-Game Show. Bob, welcome to the show, man. 10 straight for our Philadelphia Eagles. How you feeling, Bob, on this Sunday evening here, December 15th?
It was really nice to see that ball leave Hurts's hand as quickly as it did. And I want to follow up I think Joe Whipp hit it perfectly. And we had discussed this during the week, and we discussed it last post game. The RPO, you throw the ball horizontally. Tonight we saw slants, second-level crossing patterns. Every time Hurts dropped back and tried to go deep and had to think about what he was seeing, we got in trouble. When he handled the passing game like he handles the RPO, because I've said it during the season, like in 22, he was electric. He was like Magic Johnson. He just ran the floor and distributed quickly and moved. He did that tonight in the passing game. There's nothing wrong with throwing slants because that gets the ball out of Hurts' hands quickly. The longer the ball is in the air, the window gets narrow for him to complete that pass. If he only has to throw a 5-yard slant and AJ can take it 15 more yards, he gets credit for a 20-yard pass instead of trying to throw a 20-yard pass. Okay? Whatever they did this week to make the adjustments in the passing game, and I think a lot of it had to do with the noise that was created from last week, this team answered the bell in that specific area. Now, I think if they play like this for the rest of the season, and I said it last week, and I've said it for a couple of weeks, their limit has always been, to me, NFC Championship game. But if they can continue to throw the ball efficiently, again, he threw a lot tonight. He had to. Second quarter, you lost Barkley. So he threw the ball a little bit more. He ran the ball a little bit more than I would like to see, where there was one, like he tried to get down quick and he took a half a shot to the, upper body. We don't need him taking those hits. Okay. I like him scooting out the back door, run for 10, get out of bounds, have a nice day. But this was the most complete game that this team has played since 22. They ran the ball well. They threw the ball extremely well. Defensively, I'm in lockdown is a little strong, but you're hard pressed to run against them. And it's hard to throw against them. And really the only areas that you can attack the Eagles are the areas that Vic gives you in this scheme. And I'm not a soft serve guy, but you can't argue with results. And this team is doing everything that man is asking them to do. And the players on the field, it's just clicking. It's like Foles playing for the Eagles. He plays in Eagle Green. Foles plays great. He plays for the Rams. He can't hit water from a boat. There's just something about this team with this defensive coordinator, and it's working. Okay? I think it was a big hurdle tonight. There's only 2 hurdles that I see left. Okay? 3 if you count consistency, because I don't knock it. Yeah, you got to do it again. Okay?
Yeah, I agree.
This team, if you look at the season, our team plays to the level of the competition that's on the other side of the field. When they play a bad team, Carolina, they play down to them. When they play Baltimore, they play up. Now they played a well-coached, very good, hard-out team in the Steelers, and they played up. Now they have Washington coming up. Washington's not going to be an easy out, but we should handle Washington. But at the end of the season, we've got a couple of dogs that I need the Eagles to play against a bad team like they know this is a bad team, and we cannot play down to them. And if they can shake that off their back, the only other obstacle is we've got to figure out a way for Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay just appears to be our Achilles heel, so let's hope somebody else has them and we don't have to see them. Okay? But again, we're at the stage now where that's important. That's seeding and how that stuff works out.
Yeah. Washington got a win today. They almost lost, but
right. Okay, so those are the things. Yes, he threw the ball extremely well. He throws the ball for almost 300 yards. Yes, we will hear during the week that, can he do it again? That's a fair assessment. But let's not kid each other. And I like everybody using the football analogy that Sills moves the goalposts. I'm going to say it again. Sills flips the coin, calls heads and tails, and then says he won the toss because either a head or a tail came up and he gets it. And then he wants the ball in the second half because he had the losing side too. So he thinks, that's just what he does. And that's why people watch. Okay. That's why they watch.
You're giving them all the secrets, Bob.
What's that?
You're giving them all the secrets.
Well, I said the secrets very early on. He's like Howard Stern. People watch because he pisses them off and they want to see what he says next.
He is a legendary broadcaster. I don't care what anybody says.
No.
He is. Yeah. I mean, Bob, I tell you what, man, and being in this business, you turn the camera on 4 hours a day, that motherfucker's going to talk.
Absolutely.
I've never wondered once what he was going to say.
No, and he has that experience. He has that inside knowledge, and he can also at any given moment start telling stories about his experience. He is perfect for this city, and I mean to the point where he isn't a homer and is going to root for the Eagles. He calls a spade, a club, a heart, and if you don't do it, expect to get called out. And this city deserves nothing less, right? I mean, this team, this offense, the way that we click tonight, there's not a team in front of us that we can't beat. There is one team that we have to figure out how to beat, and that's Tampa Bay. Because that monkey is still on our back.
Yeah.
And that's not the players. Their head coach has figured out a way to get inside Jalen's head. Now, this Jalen is not the Jalen of last year, and this Jalen is not the Jalen from any of the other times where we've played Tampa Bay.
Week 4.
Yeah. Okay. But this is not the same player. And look, we said it early in the season, right? I don't care how they start the season. I care how they finish the season. They are finishing stronger. They are getting better. They are solving problems. They are creating. I don't want to be a team. If you were Detroit and you've lost 2 more players and you're watching the tape on this Eagles team and they have to be saying, holy shit, this guy just figured out how to throw the football. Now what do we do? Right? And what is this?
You know what they're going to do? They're going to say, we got to score as many points as possible. And that's where our defense comes into play.
That might be a game where if Detroit wins it, they take the ball and they try to get in a boat race and see if we can keep up.
Yep. Agreed.
Because if I'm on the other side, that's what I'm going to do is say, okay, we know they can run. We know they can throw. So this is just who gets the ball last and who can we get out of their game. And if you make Jalen wasn't made to throw the ball tonight. Jalen was able to throw the ball tonight. And there's a big difference. If he can do this, if we're down 14, 17 points, 21 points, then we really have something. I think that comes next year. But right now, he was playing with a lead. He got comfortable early, which is something we haven't done we had a 10-game win streak. He hasn't been comfortable early in 10 games.
Yeah, it's correct. And tonight, the ironic part was tonight, Bob, he did it with 2 turnovers in the first quarter.
Yes. And I don't know if it was said on Monday when Sills had his brownout or last post-game show, I don't care if he turns the ball over as long as if he has a turnover, get an extra touchdown to cover the turnover. Right. Because turnovers happen. Okay. Now, there are bad turnovers. You got to be good with the ball in the red zone. You got to be good with the ball when you're goalposting, you're in your own shadow. You got to be smart that way. I don't mind aggressive. I dislike stupid. He hasn't played stupid in 10 weeks. So if he can pick up the game to where I'm down 21, something happened, and I can throw us back into a game, now we really have something. But we're fortunate with our line, with our running game, and with our defense, we haven't had to play that game. And I don't want to figure out this year if he can play that game. Okay? He's comfortable. This is the first time again, and that's weird to say. In 10 weeks, this is the most comfortable that young man has looked with the ball in his hand throwing it. Look, if it take breaking a finger, If it takes breaking a finger on his left hand, I will go to camp next year and break one of his fingers on his left hand and let him come out early and throw the ball well. Because whatever got in his head, he stopped thinking tonight and just started playing. And for even the 9 wins before it, there were key points in the game where Jalen Hurts was thinking about playing quarterback. And tonight, he just played the game. And I really do believe it's because whether it was Moore or whether it was Jalen or whoever came up with it, they started going this way instead of going that way. And when he did that, he looked like Magic Johnson distributing the ball. 2-step, 3-step, get the ball out of my hands. Let my receivers win the game. That's what he did tonight. He threw to both receivers. He hasn't done that since, I don't know, hasn't done it all this year, where both receivers had double-digit catches. I mean, that's
targets too.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done that. And tonight, he was able to do that because he got in a rhythm. He got comfortable. Okay. And like anything else, you're sitting behind a mic. The first time you get behind a mic, if you're not comfortable, you stammer, you stutter, excuse me. And then all of a sudden you hit your rhythm and now we're rolling. He wasn't hitting his rhythm until the second quarter. Tonight, he hit it on the second play.
Bob, one more question.
And again, I don't want to say, like, I don't know if it was Moore. I don't know if it was Jalen. I don't really care. Watch this film. Let's figure out the couple of things that we can do better. Okay. Let's next week, let's throw the ball to AJ and Smitty. Okay. We went a couple weeks. We threw it to AJ and Smitty. Now we got, Calcaterra. I mean, he threw the ball to Calcaterra. I'm like, this is not the guy we want to throw to, guys. We got to throw the ball. And then he throws it to AJ and the stands go crazy. Okay, it was like Turner crapping the bed, then comes out and all of a sudden gets a hit and the fans go crazy for him. And all of a sudden it was like the gorilla was off his back and Turner started playing. Well, Hurts came out, threw the ball to AJ. All of a sudden the crowd goes crazy and he's like, I can do this. He doesn't need to be the best quarterback in the NFL. Just be the best quarterback for the 3.5, 4 hours you're on the field every night. And the defense is impressive. They are not gangrene. And the only reason I will tell you, having watched gangrene, we don't have a player yet on that defense that can wreck an offense. Jalen Carter might get to that point where he can be a guy consistently that can, on any given moment, wreck an offense. But as a unit, this team is playing better than any Eagle defense in a long time. Once we have a player or two that can wreck in the front seven, that can just step up and wreck a series for somebody, then we've got something special.
Yeah, like Joe Whipp says, no Reggie White. No Reggie White yet. Yeah.
No, and again, there's no Reggie White. There's not a Clyde Simmons yet.
Yeah.
Okay. But and I don't like
Seth Joyner, I don't think. I mean, a lot like Bond, maybe Bond, but I don't think so.
But I will say this. On this defense, that is the one weakness that I still see that we have. Our linebackers are great in space. Our linebackers are great stepping up and covering the run. Our linebackers, even with Bond tonight, running down the field and trying to cover, we don't have linebackers that can step up and cover a tight end on a consistent basis. We did have that with Gangrene.
Ask Johnny Mack. He'll tell you those linebackers don't exist anymore.
And they don't, and that's why the tight end position is becoming a big money position, because you take an oversized receiver and attack the weakest position on the defense.
Exactly.
If we can find that receiver, again, I like Jalix Hunt. I think he's going to be a player, but I don't think I wasn't looking tonight thinking that kid Wilson that's playing linebacker for the Steelers, if that was our 3rd round pick and we came out with those two defensive back and Wilson playing linebacker.
Right.
Okay. I mean, that's the one thing that we need, because we played Detroit. Unfortunately, they've got a really good tight end that we're going to have to deal with. That's the one hole in this, in the no holes defense. The one hole is that with a good tight end, if they can attack our linebackers, and our linebackers can't.
Yeah, and they're still pretty good in coverage, I will say.
They are pretty good in coverage.
Really pretty good. I mean, even that play he got beat on today by Tavon Austin, he was running with that dude, man.
He was running with him, absolutely.
Receiver.
And the pass was not a great pass, and the pass was low, and Bond turned it to
last nice play by Austin.
Underneath. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Bond's a great player. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. You keep Vaughn, you sign him. I told you, 3 years. So they just had a baby. The kid's young, just born in March the 24th. I'm like, I'm watching. March the 24th, they had their first kid. You sign this guy to a 3-year deal. Let's get him locked down. And then, not for nothing, and I don't want to be this guy, but I would go out and get Greenlaw from San Francisco and let those two guys, because Vaughn, you can play anywhere, right? You can play him stand-up end. You can play him anywhere you want to play him. But now you've got 2 linebackers that can run.
You're being that guy right now, aren't you?
I'm that guy. But here's the thing. Shouldn't you be that guy? Because the hole that you see, and I think it's a hole, is a hole that can be exploited about the team that we're going to have to play in the NFC Championship game. Because what happens if we play Minnesota? They had a pretty good tight end too, right? Hawkinson's not bad.
No, he's good.
So those are the 2 teams that are in our way, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
So, and the one spot that we have is a linebacker that can run with a tight end. So if you don't have that guy, get a couple guys that can be real close. But I'm not to take away from this game. This game was the most complete game that we played since, I'm going to say 22. The most complete game that we've played since 22. And we played it against a team that was well coached, that had a couple of mistakes. We took advantage of mistakes. Oh, and again, I'll tell you this right now. My nephew, TJ, who is a huge Steelers fan, who wanted me to say, Uncle Bob, what do you think about today's game? I said, you want to know what I think about the game, kiddo? Tune into the Post-Postgame Show. And he's watching right now from New Jersey, and I'm sure he's not happy. But you know what, kiddo? Put on your big boy pants, TJ, because this is what happens. When you win, you get to crow a little bit. And when you guys win again, you can crow a little bit. All right?
We taught you a lesson, young man. Your Uncle Bob taught you a lesson tonight about the Philadelphia Eagles. TJ, thanks for watching. If you're watching, brother, I appreciate it.
No, he's watching. Believe me, brother, he's watching. Again, this was a good all-around team win. And as you watched Hurts when he was in college, Hurts answers the bell when he's challenged. Yeah. And this week, he was challenged. Okay. And I mean, look, you got a wild hair in your ass. You came out and said to everybody, so this is what everybody wanted to see. If I'm standing there, I go, yeah, where the hell were you for the first half? Where's this been? Because he did it against a good team. This is more impressive than if he didn't do it and then went out against the Giants and the Cowboys and threw for 300 yards, because then we're saying, well, it's the Giants and the Cowboys and they suck, and how good is he? He did it against a good team. He did it against linebackers that can cover. He did it against a good secondary. He did it with a defensive line that was in his face. He did it with his number 1 player on the bench for the second quarter. And he said, I got this. That is something that a lot of quarterbacks don't do. He did it. And he did it when half the city was against him at home. That's a big boy move right there.
What's the Eagles' final record going to be, Bob? What do you think? 3 games left.
Oh, let me tell you something. They shouldn't lose a game. They should run the table into postseason. Because Washington's got a good defense. Now they've got a little bit better secondary. They made that trade deadline move. Their secondary got a little better. Their quarterback is athletic. They've got good receivers. And I'll go back to Joe Whipp again. Mitchell is a lockdown corner. I don't care that he isn't chewing the guy's gum in his face. The man takes away a third of the field. If you can take away a third of the field, I don't care where your feet are standing when the ball is snapped. He takes away a third of the field, which allows the safety play to concentrate coming up and filling holes and watching for Slay to fall down and grab his leg again. Okay? So that's important stuff. But this kid does it. The fact that he gets involved. I'm never going to, as an Eagle fan, if I have a player that has an edge to him, as long as you back it up, I'm fine. Now, we have a safety that's got an edge to him. He likes to hit people. He does big plays, but sometimes he doesn't back it up so much. Okay?
He's been better.
He has been better. Okay? But he hasn't had to worry about that third of the field.
That's true.
So he has to worry about the, deep center, and he slides over and backs up Slay. And when he has to come up, he does. I'm not knocking him, but I'm saying is that if you have an edge, back it up. Quinion takes away a third of the field. So if he wants to run off the field and get involved in some pushing and shoving with Washington, the tight end from Georgia, I could care less, man. Go have some fun. Don't get kicked out of the game. Don't hurt your hands. Get back on the field and play. That's the defense this city deserves. And when Carter figures out how to be a game wrecker, all of a sudden, especially if we can keep Milton Williams, if Jalen Carter can turn into, he's never going to be Reggie White, okay? But if he can turn into that game wrecker, you want to see Milton Williams' game skyrocket because Carter won't be getting double teamed. Carter will be getting triple teamed. And then all of a sudden, now you've got something huge going on. That kid could turn this defense into something very scary for several years. If we can keep a lot of our because we got a lot of one-year guys, right? We got a lot of guys on one-year contracts. We can keep the right guys. Right. We keep the right guys. Nolan Smith starting to look like a late first-round pick. Now, he set the edge. That's great. We'll see what happens when they run at him regularly. If he can hold that up, that's great. His pursuit from behind is tremendous. The guy runs like a deer. Do I want to see him trying to jump over a running back to give up? No, like just run somebody over. That's the thing. Use your athleticism, and it's not a knock. He's an athletic freak. I love the talent, but he has to be able to hold up. If he can put a body on him the way that Dean has put his body on, Howie may have actually had a really good couple of year draft. It might have just it might just take a couple of years for these guys to develop.
Those drafts are looking better and better though, aren't they?
Well, sure yes. But the reason they're looking better are two things. Dean put in some work that he didn't do. He got a body that he didn't have. And you have a coach that is actually coaching up their players and not just saying you're in the NFL, you should know how to do this. These kids from Georgia didn't know how to do it. And it looks like they're starting to understand what's going on. Even Jordan Davis, I still think Jordan Davis can be a player. I don't think he's ever going to be the player that we thought he was going to be. And I know Sills loves slamming on him, but I still have the receipts because on the day he got drafted, Sills came on the air and said, this is the guy I wanted. This is the guy I predicted. This is the guy. Don't put him in a hole. Don't let him be a slug. One gap him and let him attack. Sills was throwing. And I have it. I can give you the time and date stamp on when he said it. I have those receipts.
I've got a file on his computer of all the Sileo receipts.
I have a lot of them because he went on later in that day when Philly 500 was on and said the same thing, and then said Dean is a first round linebacker that we got in the third round. It was a tremendous move by Howie, and then all of a sudden he wants to run him out of town.
Yeah, but you can understand how takes like that change.
I understand completely. I'm not knocking him for his take. If you want to say the kids are underperforming, that's one thing. If you want to say it was a bad draft pick, then you have to explain the receipt that I'm holding right here that says paid in full, and you put the money on the table. Okay? Because I am that guy.
You're a cold motherfucker, Bob. I like it.
Listen, I say something. This is on tape, right? So he should know this. He's a legend. I can go back and run tape. You save everything. I have it all saved. Okay? But Jalen Carter needs to become a professional. He's still not a professional because your weight is an effort thing. His weight is an effort. And what did he say when he got drafted? And they asked him. First thing he said was he loves it, and he loves Swedish fish. So you have a big kid who loves Swedish fish in the home of cheesesteaks. And I said on the air, that's my only problem is his weight. And Sileo told me I was full of crap. And his problem is his weight and his commitment to losing weight. But again, he's playing better. Now, is he playing better because Carter's getting double teamed? I don't really care. Carter gets double teamed. Davis is still running around on plays. We have a great defense with a tremendous defensive coordinator who's not going anywhere and will retire with this team. So we should expect in Philadelphia, Zander, great defense for years to come as long as we can re-sign all these guys. Because remember, when you draft a lot of young defensive players, all their contracts come due at the same time. So Howie's going to have some work to do. That's fine. I trust him when it comes to the money.
Get Jalen Carter under contract for 7 years, $150 million. I don't give a shit what it is. Get that guy under contract.
Yeah, I don't.
He's a no-brainer. Yeah,
I'm with you, but you've got to be able to do that and still have the flexibility. And not again, I don't want to be this guy, but anyone who's paying attention, go look at the dead money over the next couple of years. The bill is coming due, so these young kids have to play. We can handle the dead money because we have 2 young defensive backs that are playing their asses off. We got Bond on a 1-year, 1.5, whatever his deal is, subpar deal, and he played himself into what could be an all-pro, second-team all-pro position. That's going to cost some money. We have to get them at the right dollars so we can allow the dead money to fall off the shelf.
All right, Bob. Good stuff, brother. This is a good win today, right? 10 wins, man.
This is a great win today.
Yeah.
But all this does now is raise expectations, because when you play the Dogs at the end of the season, we're not going to be as forgiving, because now, as you said earlier tonight, I saw him do it against a well-coached Pittsburgh team. How did he play that bad against X? And I don't care if X is the Giants or the Cowboys or the Redskins. Right? 3 teams. That's our last 3, right? Redskins, Cowboys, Giants. NFC East, closing it out. We have to close this out strong. And if we do, now you roll into the postseason, hopefully with a bye. But if not, you're rolling in with confidence. And it's hard to beat a good team that's got confidence.
Agreed with that. Bob Brown, thank you for joining, man. You're a legend in the JAKIB streets, and the people love listening to you. Big shout out to your – wait, is your nephew TJ, is his favorite player TJ Watt? It's got to be.
Well, yeah, he's a huge Steeler fan. I think he has a TJ Watt jersey, but he's also a well-schooled young man, so he understands the Steelers past, because my brother Tom, who has been a Steelers fan and has terrible towels and the whole 9 yards, he comes from the shallow end of the gene pool. Okay, but
you and your brother. He's a Steelers fan.
Okay, but he's a huge Steelers fan, and he brought his kid up right in his house. You know, it could be worse. My sister-in-law's a Jets fan, so how do you think she feels in that house? She's got the Jets.
What happened to your household? You guys are a house divided.
Yeah, well, my wife's a Giants fan.
Oh God,
everybody has the opportunity to marry up. I gave that opportunity to my wife. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Look at that. You know?
Wow, good stuff, brother.
Hey, listen, great job tonight, buddy. Have a good night.
I'll talk to you, man.
All right, brother. Take care.
Good stuff from Bob Brown. Woo! Bob was cooking, baby. Bob was cooking. Bob was really cooking. Bob was really freaking cooking tonight. I got a bunch of people in the waiting room. Can't wait to talk to everybody. Akbar, coming to you next, then James Carver. Akbar, then to James Carver. Up. James don't want to join. You don't want to join, Carver? All right. I can't hear you, but I see you talking to me. James Carver, I want you to know that I love you, brother, and I appreciate the hell out of you, man. I'll get to you soon. Or if you don't want to, that's fine. Akbar, coming to you, brother. Here we go. The other favorite on JAKIB. Here we go. Look at him, looking all fresh. Nice shades, brother. Nice jersey. You're looking fly as hell tonight, my man. What do you think? Birds 10 win.
The man. What's up, dog?
How you feeling, Akbar? Talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
I don't really know what to say. It really ain't that. Like, all right, they played one of the best games. That's the best game I've seen them play all year, dog. Like, that was very convincing. You know, it was very, very convincing that Jalen knows what to do with the football. Like, Jalen, to be honest with you, I was yelling at the television, throw the ball, because it was a couple times it was dudes open for whatever reason. The way the camera was setting on the TV, you could see the whole field. So I'm like, I could see everything, and I'm like, yo, like, it was one play, Barkley was wide the hell open on the sideline waiting for the touchdown. I think that was about 3 plays he missed them on the sideline like that, but for the most part, he was accurate. He was shooting the ball tonight. He was actually shooting it, like it had zip to it. Like them 2 touchdowns that he threw were fucking awesome. Like I was very, very impressed with Jalen's passing today. He ran the ball okay. They kind of stopped him though.
It seems like every game he's good for one of those QB draws though, where they put the running back in motion, the linebackers go, and then boom, Hurts takes it 20. It feels like they're good for one or two of them a game.
At least.
Yeah. Which is big. So you feeling better about this passing game or what? I mean, you don't sound like you're that ecstatic. I brought you on and you're talking about the throws he missed. I'm like, he went 25 of 32 for 290 and 2 tutties. What the fuck are you bitching at, Akbar?
Man. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I think Bob is like the boring science teacher that I would never pay attention to in class, and I would get an F because he's so goddamn boring. So it kind of drained me because he was in his bag. But you know what I mean? I'm trying to.
Bob. I thought Bob was good tonight. If you listen to what Bob says, he's damn good.
Some of it. He's just boring to me. I like Bob. Bob cool. Me and Bob chat. We chatted up.
No, wait, now I know. You guys chirp at each other in the chat. You always be saying, Bob, you're stealing my takes. I know what this is. You got beef with Bob?
No. That was before I had beef with Bob because he did steal my take. But he don't do that.
You got beef with that.
He got his own shit now. He stopped doing that. He respected it, and I appreciate that. But he's just boring as hell. That's all. I mean, he got different sides to him, and this side that he got the side that he used most of the time is just not entertaining to me.
You're blaming it on Bob. It's a cop-out. All right? It's a cop-out, man. It's a cop-out.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. But the one
why you got Sixers gear on? Do they play tonight or something? Why are you all decked out in Sixers gear?
Because I'm trying to keep up with Philly 500. Philly 500 got the freshest lids on YouTube. I ain't lying. You see this joint right here? I never wore it before.
I just don't like the Sixers right now because they stink.
I can't stand them myself. Like I have watched one game all season.
The Eagles piss me off. That team drives me bonkers.
I can't even watch the NBA hardly no more, man. Like
it's not the same sport anymore.
It's not, man. That shit is depressing. The whole thing is depressing. All the 3-pointers they be throwing. You got Boston, they be shooting like 40, 50 3-pointers a game. Like, I mean, they just taking the athleticism out of the game. Yeah, and you know what's worse? This is an MB jersey I got on.
Yeah, that's worse. That's way worse.
But it matches this hat. That's the only reason why I'm wearing it.
Embiid is bum juice.
And somebody got to wear the jersey because that motherfucker won't.
No. I ain't wearing the jersey. Don't ask me. I ain't wearing shit. Listen, you know what's not bum juice is the Eagles' defense. How impressive have they been, dude?
The defense is the best defense in the goddamn. We say this every week. The defense is the best defense in the goddamn league. I'm not scared. Nobody. Not scared of Detroit. Not scared of KC. Not scared of the Chargers. Not scared of Baltimore. Damn sure ain't scared of Pittsburgh. We ain't got nothing to be afraid of. Like, I don't think KC got us. I heard Sills. Like when I first look. I ain't come on the post. Start watching the post-game show till like 10 minutes into it. As soon as I turn it off, you
missed Sills. He was
going at it. Y'all was
first
going
couple
at
minutes, man. He was a grump tonight. He was a major grump.
I was like, yo,
he was dominating.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? I even poured a cup. I poured a cup out. I poured a cup out for him. Guess what sent it? Guess what sent it, Zan? Guess what's in his cup?
Henny? I don't know.
It's a cup of shut the fuck up, Sills. That's what the fuck it was. It's a plan. I mean,
I should have guessed bum juice is what I should have guessed.
Nah. This was a special cup for Sills when I seen him, but he did, he did start keeping it real. He started keeping it real. He told it like it was as far as the defense, man. The defense. I heard Bob Brown say something about gangrene. And I also hear Sills and a lot of people in the media, a lot of people reference, the gangrene. And I want to say this about gangrene. You was too young. I don't even think you was here when they was playing.
No, I wasn't.
They wasn't that fucking good, man. They wasn't that fucking good. Like all their players, they got a whole bunch of Hall of Fame players that's on that squad, but they never did shit. They never did nothing. They wasn't the Ray. Hold up. They wasn't the Ray Lewis. They wasn't the Ray Lewis Ravens that dragged Trent Dilfer to the fucking Super Bowl. They wasn't that, and they had Randall. They ain't had no receivers, half-ass running back. They had Keith Byers. He wasn't like that. You know, the offense wasn't popping like that, but Gang Green wasn't like that, dog. They wasn't. This team is like that. I don't care what fucking name.
Are you saying this is the best defense you've ever seen?
This is the best defense I ever seen in Philadelphia, man. 13 points to the Pittsburgh Steelers, dog.
Man, it's true, man. That's hard to argue with.
Did Najee Harris play tonight?
He stunk.
He always stink. I never thought of nothing of him. I never thought nothing of Najee Harris.
Dude, and I met him on campus, and he was a good dude, but that might have jaded my vision. He's not like that at all.
He's not, man. He's not. Now, you talking about the guys we was talking about before, like Gibbs, Derrick Henry, those guys is bad as shit. Najee Harris might be a little bit better than what's that Bama boy that stunk it up when he came to the league? What's his name again? Trent Richardson.
Yeah. He's
a little bit better than him. He's not like that, dog. Like, but we gave it to him. Now, man, hey, Nolan Smith. Did Nolan Smith jump off the screen to you, Zan?
He does, dude. I tell you, he was my sleeper player of the game. He's good, man. 5.5 sacks this year. He's playing legit good now.
Yo, he just was jump like he hurdled a guy.
I told you were a fool for putting him on the bum juice list.
But nah. There's no way you could have known. There's no way you could have known that.
I told you when you put him on after he had a sack. I'm like, yeah.
You did grind me up. You grinded me up pretty bad.
I grounded you up on that.
Not
as bad as I could have, but
you grinded me up pretty good about that. But I mean, I digress, dog. I mean, you was right. You've been right a lot this season, man. No holes defense, man.
I've been wrong a lot too, but that's, people don't understand. That's the nature of talking about football, man. You start talking about football. I talk about football, Akbar. Think about this on air. 2 hours on Birds 365, normally an hour and 10 minutes on Sileo. That's 3.5 hours of football takes a day. Like, I'm going to be fucking wrong a lot. Sileo talks 4 hours a day. People are like, you're wrong. I'm like, no shit. If I filmed your ass talking about sports for 4 hours a day, how much would you be wrong? Not you, just people in general.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Like, he got a lot of
time. Yeah, it's a lot of talking about sports, football.
I mean, yeah, one thing. I could talk for hours about whatever, but just football, like, he can go in like hours and then he got shit to talk about because he know everybody, and then he played the game. Like, he a good dude for sports talk, and I want to give him his props for keeping it real, because he was talking mad shit this week about the Eagles, like at nauseum. That shit was nauseum. That shit was at nauseum.
I was pissed. Yo, my segment on Friday, I was genuinely pissed off. I'm like, I'm fucking done with this dude this week. I need to end this damn show and be into the weekend. I'm fucking done with Big Show. And I told his ass that after the show too. So don't think I'm saying this on the air when he ain't here. I tell Big Show when I'm done with his ass.
I agree. I had agreed with him though. I think I tweeted you. I think I tweeted you something. I did tweet you something because I agree.
I saw some of your tweets. I didn't know. I didn't see the boxing fight you were talking about last night. I didn't see that.
But I agree with Sills what he was saying about Kellen Moore. Like, but I mean, I don't know what to say now, because my whole thing was, all right, y'all took the ball out of Jalen hand because he can't throw the rock. So that was the right thing for Kellen Moore to do, and he's winning better than Brian Johnson did last year. Like, last year, we didn't even have an identity. We were winning games. We was like 10-0. We was winning games, but we didn't have an identity. Every game looked fucked up, like all of them. Even the ones that we won, like the major ones, like KC and Buffalo. So I didn't understand why you was shitting down. Now, have you taken your foot out of Kellen Moore's ass, Zander? Have you taken it out of his ass yet?
I mean, a little bit. I do think I was proven maybe a little wrong because Jalen threw the ball well today, and all of a sudden the passing offense worked. So I'm like, I'm not going to be dumb. I'm going to try and correlate those two. Where when Jalen slings the rock, the offense worked better. I'm not afraid to say I was probably a little wrong, but I do think Akbar, he doesn't. It's not all on Jalen Hurts because this passing on Jalen Hurts was a quarterback last year too. He was the quarterback in 22 too. Our passing offense wasn't effing inept. Like, it got worse. So I was like, it's got to be some of the coordinator, right? It can't all fall on the same.
But what the fuck? But what you think it is, though? Because this is not Hurts like this game was like how we've been wanting to see him play since 22.
Exactly what you want.
This is exactly what we wanted. Where the fuck did this come from? He threw for 83 yards. I made a tweet the other day too. Like, how conceited, how fucked up are Philly fans that, you know what I mean? Jalen should have threw for more yards. That was a shitty game. He won a game. He only threw it for 83 yards. The flip side of that, think of what Carolina people was told. Think about what Carolina people was told. You mean to tell me y'all lost the game to a guy that couldn't throw it more than 83 yards? Which one is worse? I think losing to a dude that only threw 83 yards is worse than a dude that's winning.
Is it news to you that the Panthers fucking stink? They got blown out today by the Cowboys with Cooper Rush.
I mean, yeah, they stink. Yeah, but we lit. I know I was in my bag this week. You got me in my bag on Monday. I was you know, kind of shitting on. I was shitting on Hurts because the you know, that game was terrible, man. Like, he always holding that fucking rock.
Yeah, and it's not a problem that you were. That's where people are wrong. They're like, "Oh, you said this about Jalen." I'm like, "Yeah, he stunk. This week he was good. I'm gonna keep it real every week. When he's good, I'll tell you he's good. When he stinks, I'll tell you he stinks." I don't think you were wrong.
He was great tonight, man.
He was really good tonight.
I didn't like that call on Reed Blankenship. I thought that was a clean hit. He hit him with the shoulder. He did hit.
I just don't get what are you supposed to do there? Like, what is Reed supposed to do? I don't understand what he
ran right into him.
Yeah,
he was basically just like standing there. He slid right into him. You think like he was right there. Like, he didn't. It wasn't like he was charging after him. He was standing right there and just dipped his shoulder, boom, and stiffed the shit out of Justin Fields. That was the end of Justin Fields' night. He got buried. He got buried on the field. He's buried somewhere on the 20-yard line tonight. He ain't even there no more. Oh. I don't want to see nobody in the chat. When it come time for score predictions, I'm tired of seeing people with 27, 23, 25. Stop putting that shit up. Why y'all keep putting that shit up? When the last time you seen somebody score 20-something points on the Eagles? Cut that shit out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
At me, my pick today was 27-24. I think Barb, I think you in the chat were the only one I saw who got the right score. Barb picked the correct score for this week.
Like, what? Like, dude, who's doing it? I don't even got, to be honest with you, I don't got Detroit doing it. I think this defense is who they is. I really believe they're the legitimate number one defense, and you can't fuck with them. Don Fangio and his capital regimes. Now, I mean, them boys is balling. Them boys is balling, man. They ain't really got too much. I don't really got too much, but I did want to give you a little story. It's a story that hurts my heart every time but I want to share it with you.
It hurts your heart.
Yeah, man.
You want to hurt my heart?
It's one of the worst things that ever happened to me in my life.
Oh my goodness! You sure you want to share that right now?
Yeah, I want to share it to the world. I'm sharing it to the world. So because maybe it might give me some solace, and I get done with it and not deal with it. All right. So in between the years, I think it's between 80, I would say 88 and 93. I've collected football cards. This was when I was in high school. I was a young boy. And in my opinion, my era of football is the best ever. I'm talking about I had Deion Sanders rookie card, Troy Aikman's rookie card, Barry Sanders rookie card, Thurman Thomas. I even had Dan Sileo. I had the whole fucking Eagles team signed. It was this barbershop. I was living in Jersey at the time. I used to go to high school out there. Went to Overbrook. And you know, the young bull, he won a championship there that year. Is Ryan Dane. We used to go to school together. So anyway, damn, where the fuck was I? Anyway, what was
cards? You had cards, 88 to 92. You had
yeah. So I was it was this barbershop my pop used to take me to in Lawnside. It was some dude there that used to work for the Eagles, and he said, "Yo, I could get your car signed." So I brought him all my cars signed. I had Randall, Jerome Brown, Eric Allen.
Did he steal them?
My cousin, man. Like, all right, so I had all these cars. I had all these cars signed. I even had Gizmo Williams cars signed. So I got all these fucking cars. Boom, and my pop broke up with his wife. You know what I mean? The family was all broke up, moving here, moving there. I'm kind of in limbo. So I got to one point, you know what I mean? I would start losing cars. I'm at my cousin's crib in South Carolina. I was spending a lot of time down there, and I was like, yo, hold these cards for me, man. I'm going to come back to get them. I just don't want to keep moving them around. They're very, very important to me. I come back maybe a year or two later. This motherfucker sold them, dog. He sold the fucking cards, man. Deion Sanders.
Did he give you the money?
Huh?
Did he even give you the money?
He ain't give me shit.
You got played, dude. You got fucking played.
That was the worst thing. Dog, I had.
Yo, Akbar, I got bad news for you. If you think I'm the type of guy that would console you over a story like that, you got the wrong motherfucker.
I don't want you to goddamn console.
I'm gonna tell you dumb as shit. You dumb as a box of rocks. You brought that dude your nice ass cards and said, "Yeah, you take them, man. You get them signed for me." He played the shit out of you.
I can't argue with that one. I really can't. I can't argue with that one. But
I gotta run. What's your final thoughts on this shit? Eagles are going to the Super Bowl or what?
We going to the Super Bowl, dog. We gonna win the Super Bowl. Ain't nobody can stop us. Nobody can stop us. I don't have even if we don't win, I'm still happy with this season. You know what I'm saying? Because they surpassed what I thought that they could do. You know what I'm saying? I thought they was only gonna win 9-10 games. And right now I expect Super Bowl now. I'm at the Super Bowl point, and I think they got it. I don't think nobody can stop them. What you think? Where you at with it?
I think if they play like that every week, they're a tough team to beat, man. I mean, that's what you got to do. That I think this game really highlighted above much else that this is why people wanted a good passing game. Because look at how much better our offense was today, the way they moved the ball, the way that they went up and down the field. Akbar, we had 17 points and 2 turnovers in a quarter and a half. Not even. Like, we're not scoring 17 points on the back of Saquon Barkley in 3 possessions. You just don't do that in 4 possessions. So I think the passing game, if they can do this, I mean, I really think that it's falling our way right now, man.
Do you think we'll stumble in the Super Bowl? I see us, and I just don't see us not going to the Super Bowl. I can't see it. What team do you think may cause us an issue in the Super Bowl?
Detroit wouldn't be the Super Bowl, but I'm not afraid of the AFC, man. I'm more like get through the NFC, because you got the Packers who are beating up on the Seahawks tonight. You got the Lions. You got Tampa. I'm with Bob. I don't really want to see Tampa. So
everybody's saying that. Jack Straw.
Why do you want to see Tampa? Tell me a good reason why you'd want to see Tampa.
Because they beat the shit out of his last game. They heard his last season too. And
I don't want to see Tampa. I don't care what explanation you got. That wasn't good enough for me.
I want to beat the shit out of Baker Mayfield. I think they got the
Mayfield having a good year, man.
Hey man, so is the bull from Cincinnati. We took him down. So is the bull from Baltimore. We took him down. Who the fuck is Baker Mayfield compared to Lamar Jackson and
All right, I can rock with that. I'll rock with that. All right, I gotta run, dude. I appreciate it.
All right, homie. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, no.
I'll holler at you sometime this week.
You look dope. You look fresh. I appreciate the look. The Sixers fucking stink, and keep them off my program. All right.
I'm gonna wear Iverson. I'm gonna wear Iverson.
Right, hey, Iverson, and we'll all right. We'll take Iverson. Embiid, you're fucking out of here. All right, buddy. I appreciate it.
All right.
See you though. Good stuff there from Akbar. Appreciate it. Got a couple people still in the room. Mad Max, coming to you, man. Coming to you, brother. There he is. What's going on, my friend? How you doing, brother? I can't hear you, man. You're muted.
Good. How are you, brother? I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. What'd you think, man? Listen, I talked to you on Tuesday or Wednesday. We had a great conversation. Jalen Hurts really looked good tonight. What'd you make of it?
He looked the same to me. It's more of a Kellen Moore thing. I noticed after the second drive, what they did in practice, I could see that that's what they implemented. They split the field in half on. If you notice, most of the plays that were passing, you had a single receiver on one side, bunched on the bottom, and if you weren't passing there, it was going to be a run. And that's where the slants came from. Anytime they ran a spread or anywhere we had a read, it was the same Jalen Hurts, deer in headlights, ready to run out the pocket. I see a lot of the TJ Watt blowing up lane. If you know the game, if you step up into the
right,
exactly, if you step up into the pocket, Lane continues to take TJ Watt over to the sideline wherever he wants to go.
right.
But you don't step into the pocket, so you're getting blasted on the backside or front side, wherever the case may be.
So nothing about the game tonight was impressive from Jalen Hurts. You thought it was just coached up or what?
Absolutely.
I mean, listen, I see some of Hurts' limitations, but I do when I see a game like that, I'm like, all right, he's got enough in him where we got a good enough team to string this thing together. Like we got a good squad, man. We got AJ Brown. Like we got a lot of players, you know.
Oh, not good, loaded. I mean, I've said it.
So you don't need to be Josh Allen.
No. You don't need to be Josh Allen, but you need to make the basic reads in the NFL. When you're getting spread and Kellen's asking you to make the read and make the throw, you're still not doing it. You got Smitty running across the middle, wide open on the drag. I've seen more forcing the ball to AJ. We've seen a couple toss-ups and back shoulders to him. Was it better? I think it's more of a Kellen Moore thing, honestly. Is it sustainable? I seen at halftime Pittsburgh did make an adjustment to what I was saying. When they started seeing that one single receiver up, they would shade that safety over and let that corner play more short. And the plays really weren't there unless AJ got them slants and started taking them up for 15, 20 yards, which is all good. I mean, it's amazing. I'm good for it.
He's a freaking beast, dude. You get him.
He's a monster. You can't stop him. I mean,
he's that good.
No, you're not gonna be able to stop it. And playing that zone and playing off like that, I'm thinking that I'm seeing that the defenses, you can't double team or stop anybody on that team. So they're making Jalen Hurts beat you. Once that tape came out, I mean, once they made that adjustment in the halftime, Kellen Moore did a wonderful job. I mean, you had 3 drives in the second half. Pittsburgh touched the ball twice.
Yeah,
that's unheard of. It's unheard of.
It is. It really is.
And it just bugs me. You lose. Kellen Moore is absolutely trash. What's going on? And we get to win. Jalen Hurts is phenomenal. It's predicated more to the coaching and what he did this week and how he found that and how he wanted to attack Pittsburgh. I think that was phenomenal. I don't know if it's sustainable, honestly. You have to make reads at the end of the day in the NFL. You got to make plays. Can he? I'm not going to sit here and say he could automatically. I think that it's like Sil says, we have to continue to see it and see if when the defenses make those adjustments, what will Kellen Moore or what Jalen Hurts will do on the other side. I still see that he's already made his mind up pre-snap. I mean, yeah, when you get them 2-3 step drops and that ball's coming out,
Right.
Those are directed plays. RPOs, those are directed plays. But
Right.
when you drop back and you got to make your first, second read, it's not there. It's still not there, and the plays are there to be made. I don't see them losing a game. I mean, if they were going to lose a game, it would have been today. But with the schedule that's left, I don't see them losing at all. The team is too good. The defense is, I mean, astronomical. I think, like Sil said, their number one and number two is very far off. Very far off. It's very rare also that you lose 3 O linemen in a game, you don't miss a hiccup.
I know.
I mean, San Fran, you lose Trent Williams, your whole offense them fell apart. And that's with any team.
I know. It's so true, man. That one's a fucking gem. I mean, this offensive line is crazy, man. So so you're still on the fence. I mean, if you say we're not going to lose a game, when do you think this team gets bounced? Do you think this team is a Super Bowl team?
Depending on, there will be a Super Bowl team if you take the number 1 seed. You get that first week bye, you got to come through Philly. I believe that will be the way. Can they win it? You know, when you get to the big dance, it's anybody's game. Playbooks all open. I mean, you get the whole playbook. It's anybody's dance at that point. But again, if we stick at the second seed, it depends on what we run into, who comes home, who comes into town, and who we got to play. I'm going to stand on, I don't want to see Tampa. I do not want to see Minnesota. Detroit will be.
Not like just the way they play the passing game. What?
Brian Flores.
Yeah. I should have said
Brian Flores. Yeah. Todd Bowles. It's more of to beat this team, you have to be a phenomenal D coordinator and put your players in position. It's not really a player thing. Like I said, you can't stop AJ one-on-one. You're not going to stop Smitty one-on-one. It's just too much with Goddard coming back. Even Jahan Dotson's a great number 3. I remember I seen earlier this week. OBJ's.
Yeah, we don't.
You can have Randy Moss as your number 3. He's not getting the ball. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I mean, it all depends. It all depends on who we match up with. Those 2 D coordinators, I really don't want to see. I think we have a better shot playing Detroit. That offense is scary, but like I said, my defense is phenomenal. I mean, I think that if we can hold them to 20-some points. I mean, it's a stretch, but we'll be able to do something with that. But those other 2 teams, I really don't want to see at all.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Those D coordinators are good, and especially Brian Flores. He gives me Todd Bowles vibes. Where I'm like, he gonna have Hurts in hell.
He's phenomenal. I mean, from what he did, Miami is what they are right now because of Brian Flores. You know, and he's phenomenal. Honestly, I mean, I don't think he gets enough credit for what he does as a defensive mind. He's absolutely phenomenal.
Well, when you sue the league, there might be a little bit of a campaign to silence any Brian Flores praise that would go on.
Yeah, right.
Old move, but hey, you got to do what he's got to do. All right, brother. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate your insight. Good stuff today. I'll talk to you again soon. All right, man.
Yes, sir, man. You have a great one.
All right, Mad Max. I appreciate you, brother. Good stuff, man, from Mad Max joining me in here. Some interesting stuff there from Mad Max. Not totally sold yet on Jalen Hurts and the progress today. I can understand what he's saying. I just wonder can we do what we did today versus everybody? Can you coach your way by everybody if that's what you have to do and get the ball to Hurts' first read? I don't know. That's where he's right. You know, you go up against a good D coordinator and maybe they take that away. I want to thank a couple of our super chats here. Boda Sactra, I appreciate that, brother. I saw you saying, what's up, Xander? What's up, Boda? I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the love, for the $10 super chat. That means a lot to me. Sean Mims says they cooked Brian Flores last year. Sean Mims again. These sofa QBs seem to think no one misses reads. Q the God says the answer to Bucks is AJ Brown. He hasn't played. Did he play? I thought he played the one game versus the Bucks. Maybe not. He did. He wasn't in the game this year. I know that. A-Team says, what did you think about Clinton Hurt protecting Jalen Carter? Honestly, part of me wants to say I like it. And then there's part of me that says, let the fucking head coach be the head coach. That was a dumbass play. You go up against a good team in the playoffs and Jalen Carter takes that penalty, you're going to be pissed off. I mean, somebody's got to discipline you, you know? I'm a believer in discipline, but I'm not mad at Clint Hurtt. I'm just saying, I think if the head coach wanted to say something there, you got to let your head coach speak. But Anyway, I digress. Let's keep rolling. Abe, I got Abe coming up. Clary Voy's coming up. R&P right on the bench. Abe, you ready, brother? I'm coming to you, man. I miss talking to Abe. Abe hasn't been on in a couple of weeks. There he is.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, man? How you doing?
Appreciate it, man. I'm doing good. Just graduated
Everything all right,
yesterday
man, in your
too.
world? We've been praying for your father, man. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything been good. He got out his surgery. He's doing well now. He's just recovering. And gladly he was able to make it to my graduation yesterday. So
You graduated yesterday?
yeah,
Is that it? That's a big thing. Congrats, bro.
appreciate it. I got my degree in political science, so finally got it.
Nice. What's your next plan? You moving up to Philly?
I want to. Shit.
Let's go. Let's go, Abe.
Hey,
Let's get
I'll
to
come.
Philly. I'm moving out of Philly soon, maybe one. I don't know yet. I don't know where the hell I'm moving.
Hey, whatever you want to do it.
I don't know, man. There's nowhere's cheap enough, man. I'm a broke ass compared to all these prices of the new age. But
Yeah.
what do you think of the game that they do? Jalen Hurts throw the ball around. Birds win their 10th straight game. What do you think?
Man, it was a good game, especially after the damn Panthers game. Like, with all the shit that was going on, man, I was listening to all that. I was like, I couldn't even bear to even listen. Everything that was going on between AJ and Jalen,
Right.
BG talking out. You know, I know Sills was going in on that. Like, I know it. Like, I missed the whole week. I know he was going
Yeah,
in.
he was. He was going in on it. We missed you, brother. We missed you in the chat. We were looking for Abe in the chat.
Appreciate it, man. I missed y'all too.
What do you make of the defense, man? Did this game change anything for you, or is it you kind of knew this, or what? What did it change?
So, one thing I did feel like whenever it was coming to the Steelers game, like we always, like Bob Brown said, we always play to the competition of the other team. Like if they're not a good team, we're not gonna play that good. They are, we will. But it was weird with this game. It felt like it meant more. Like the battle for Pennsylvania meant more. Like both Mike Tomlin was going in on it, and I feel like the players themselves knew it. Felt like a state championship game.
Yeah.
So I felt like the how would you say, like the attitude that came into the game, everybody wanted to hit. Like you saw Sidney Brown was out the first damn play on the kickoff. So I felt like it was just like off the bat, everybody wanted to hit. And then coming back to like Bob Brown, he was saying about this not being like a gang green, like or Jalen Carter not being at that level. It's like I would say, to be fair, Jalen Carter is all by himself. Imagine if he had, like a Von Miller on his side.
Yeah.
On the
Gang
other
Green
side.
had a lot of dudes on that defensive front.
Yeah, man. Like, and yeah, they did go against some like old ass men, but all they did was run the damn ball.
I know.
So it was so much harder to get sacks and pressures. All you had to do was get tackles. So like Jalen Carter's doing his thing, man. I'm just give him time. Same thing with Nolan. Give him time. Like I see Nolan like jumping over a man like that, especially you're a DN.
I know that was crazy, man. I didn't even reference that yet. That was wild.
And it was Warren. Like Warren is a good running back too. Like
yeah.
So and the Najee, I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. Like our defense was just stopping him. Like he couldn't move for shit. Gladly we got DeGene at the nickelback, man.
I'm starting to think we got to get him out of the punt returns, man. I don't know if that's the right move. I mean, not because I know we muffed it. I'm not mad about the muff, but his head almost got taken off today. I'm like, you fucking need this dude on your defense. I'm thinking of Vic Fangio. I'm like, Vic Fangio must have watched that play and been like, yo, dude, Michael Clay, I know you like your special teams, but find a new fucking punt returner.
Put Isaiah Rodgers at least, not a starter.
God, they're taking my damn slack corner out of here.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Any other final thoughts on this game or what?
Man, not only did Jalen play efficient, he played aggressive. Like he was making, like, I don't know, I might have been the only one seeing it, but they were blitzing him. I ain't see no two-man high safety. It was just everybody was like a man-to-man coverage and a 6-man blitz or 5-man blitz on him. He was getting it. He was throwing it like at the end zone when he threw that slant to AJ. He said, fuck it, we're going to throw it. And AJ's going to have to somehow get it. And he does it every single time. One thing I did say in one of the videos y'all had, not only does AJ feel like that, he's not getting the ball, everybody else. I felt like Jalen said, I'm going to make it a step forward to make everybody get involved. Not only Saquon, but everybody.
Certainly Smitty, too. Smitty got a lot of targets today.
Yeah, man. Was it more than AJ?
Yeah, he got 12 targets. AJ got 11. Smitty had 11 catches. AJ had 8. Both of them had like 109 and 110 and 1 touchdown. So they both had similar games, man. They both balled out today.
And Grant, obviously, way better than Goddard. I don't give a damn what everybody says about Goddard. Goddard can get the hell out of here just the same way that man Fortnite be playing.
He's overrated, man. Goddard's overrated. I'm sorry. He's got talent, but it doesn't feel like Jalen fucking throws the ball to him. He
doesn't like him, man.
Yeah, he throws it to Calcaterra a lot more. You're right, man. All right, brother, I got to run. I appreciate it, man. Good talking with you. Hope everything's all right, man. I'll be thinking of you and your family. And congratulations on graduating, man. Really cool.
Appreciate that. Go Birds, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, brother. Appreciate it. Good stuff from Abe, man. Joining me here on the Post-Postgame Show. Good stuff with Abe. I love Abe. Abe is a great fucking dude, man. Caleb Brandon says, number 1 is fine. Like I said, man on top of the mountain. What up, Caleb? Appreciate you, brother. Good game for number 1 today, man. Good game for number 1 today. Looked good out there. 25 of 32 for 290. How about that? All right, everybody. Only a little bit of time left here. I got to get some fucking rest, all right? I'm going to get to a couple more people here in the chat. Right on the bench. Coming to you, brother. What's going on, my man? How you doing?
Hanging in. How about you guys?
I'm good, man. I'm doing good, man. 10 straight win today. What'd you make of it? Passing game was there today, bro.
That's the sharpest Jalen has looked all year. I know everyone was talking about that it's a full game. That was the best Jalen's look. That's the most complete Jalen has looked all year, more so than the offense. The running game I thought was okay. He was decisive, and Akbar said it best. The ball came out like a whip. He just went and ripped it. And I think that's more indicative of what can lead to long-term success with this team if you can throw the ball like that.
Yeah, I agree. What do you make of this defense, dude? They continue to hold stout. I mean, this defense and this offense, when this offense plays like that with this defense, to me, it's just like, all right, this is the Super Bowl team that we were all hoping to see, and the offense that we were hoping to see. But just the defense and what you think of what they were able to do today, they really shut that Steelers team down.
Yeah, man, this is it's like a similar arc to what Kansas City's defense went through when they drafted through. They made a defense through the draft, and now the team is starting to come together. The offense is going to click later on, but this defense is here, and it's for real.
Yeah.
It's a special unit. This is the best defense I've seen in my lifetime as an Eagles fan, and I've watched since like 2007. So I'm a young fan like you. This is the best defense that I've seen in my Eagles history. So.
Yeah, it's easily the best defense I've seen. I mean, easily. I wouldn't even say it's close. I mean, maybe 22 is close just because they had 70 sacks.
Yeah, but even then,
this defense is better as a whole.
Yeah, this is more like a lockdown unit. Like you see, like passing offenses running on, like it's all getting shut down. It's it wasn't like that in 22. 22 was more of a sack monster, right? But this is a different unit for sure.
Where do you think we're going, man? What do you think's on the horizon for this football team?
With the way the NFC looks, if Jalen throws it like this and you keep implementing the RPO the way we're doing right now, minimum conference game, but probably in the Super Bowl. That's probably where this team is. Only if you can continue to replicate this in the passing game, because the running game is going to be there no matter what. And so when Saquon gets healthy and you get games under the belt there, but this passing offense, it has to keep looking like this. Like that's the Jalen that we all expected to see coming into this season. That's the Jalen that we all wanted to see getting the ball out of his hands quickly and just super decisive. It's not like that stupid lobby, pussy whip of a throw. He was ripping it tonight, and that's kind of what you want to see going forward. If you can do that, Super Bowl's the ceiling for this team.
All right, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for checking in.
Thanks, man.
Good stuff, man. I'll talk to you again soon. All right, bro.
Take care, bro. Rest up.
All right, man. Good stuff, man. Appreciate him checking in. That's Riding the Bench Eagle podcast. R&P coming to you, brother. Here we go.
What's
going on, my man? How you doing?
Chilling.
Good to have you on, man. I appreciate you doing it today. What'd you think of the Birds? 10 straight win today, brother.
Nice dub. Jalen, he was cooking, man.
He really was, yeah.
He wasn't one read Jalen. He was throwing the ball a little bit. He was running out of the pocket. Get a little running yards. Saquon wasn't 125 Saquon, so he wasn't rushing that much, but Gainwell had a good game. Jalen was getting the ball to AJ. He was getting to Devontae. That's what we need, though. That's the recipe. And the defense, bro. The defense, again, they ain't scored 13 points, bro. Come on, man. The last team that scored over 20 was the
Yeah, I saw, 23.
They
You're
scored
right,
23.
man.
So this defense is top notch right now. You talking about Zach Bond, who should shoot. They need to throw that man a contract. I said it last time.
Yeah,
Say it again. He need a contract. But regardless, we still got the rookie Mitchell. You don't hear about Mitchell, but how many catches did whoever Mitchell was guarding? How many catches you got?
Not many.
Zero. Exactly. We don't know. Zero. Because the man is on. Nobody's getting the ball on him. Nobody's catching over there.
They're the best defense you've seen in your life. I don't know how long you've been a fan, but I'm asking everybody that.
Since the 90s, bro. Like, I've been a fan since like 96. We'll say 96. This is the best defense. Is it the best defense that I've ever seen in the Eagles? It's definitely up there. I mean, we still got games to play. You know,
it's hard to gauge.
I like Jeremiah Trotter, not Junior.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those defenses was official too.
Dawkins was nasty.
Dawkins, exactly. We had Jim Johnson. You know what I mean? So, but
I hear you.
The new, we could say new era, new age. It's different, right? Like, they're not doing the same things they did in the 90s,
right,
or 2000s in the NFL, right? They're nowadays you gotta the defenses aren't like blitzing crazy. It's not like that no more. At the same time, though, the how can I say whatever the Eagles got going on right now with the Saquon Barkley running the ball. You know what I mean? The defense playing the way it is, it's a little bit reminiscent to the 90s a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you got a running game, you got a good defense. Nobody's passing 20 points. Like the last team was Jacksonville, scored 23. We still beat them, right? Steelers, supposed to be this big juggernaut. They scored 13 points, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and then, Jalen and AJ don't get along. All this bullshit. Motherfucking 27 points. The passing game won the game for us, right?
Yes, it did.
All week, Sileo talking shit. Not just Sileo, but everybody. The Eagles are turmoil. The fucking passing game is ass. Blah, blah, blah. They just passed the fucking ball out there. And Jalen, okay, look at his percentage, right? He threw like 30-some passes. He got like, most percentages completed.
78% today he was.
Okay, exactly. Passed the ball efficiently. Threw some pass. Saquon was a little hurt. But point I'm trying to make is everybody's talking mad shit about our QB not being able to. Last week he threw like 83 whatever percentage of the passing, blah blah blah. But today, look at the man, bro. I mean, so we can't be. I don't know, like for me, like you can't be like hating on the Jalen Hurts train, hating like, oh, the man can't do this. The dude literally took the team today. He had a wide open run up the middle, took it for like 35 yards. Like, that's Jalen Hurts, bro. That's what we got. Like, we got a quarterback who's efficient in that. He's going to run it up. He's going to throw the pass when he got to.
You like Jalen Hurts. You're a big Jalen Hurts guy.
I'm not a big Jalen Hurts guy. What I'm trying to say is he getting the job done.
Yeah, he is. You're not wrong about that.
His percentages are good. Sometimes it's shitty though when he's just passing. He's just handing the ball off to Barkley. That his percentages are going a little bit down.
Right.
And then when it's time for him to throw the ball, and he's just like throwing it nowhere. Because Jalen Hurts is a one read kind of a quarterback. Like, I'm not gonna be like lovey-dovey Jalen Hurts. Like, Jalen Hurts is a drop back. He gonna throw it to AJ. Don't matter if there's two guys on him. He throwing it to AJ. AJ gonna catch the ball, gonna get the yak, right? And then it looks like a good pass.
Where's this team going, R&P?
Bro, we going all the way, man.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna tell you what, bro. Detroit ain't got it. The what they call the Motor City Kitties. They about to realize they the Motor City Kitties. They done lost to Buffalo. They ain't
Who
come.
the fuck came up with that?
Hey, listen, bro. I live in Cleveland, bro. I'm all
Oh my
about.
God, you live in shitty Cleveland.
I live in shitty ass Cleveland, bro.
God,
I grew up in Philly, in
get
Camden.
the fuck out of Cleveland, Is your whole
Hey.
family in Cleveland?
I got family in Cleveland, and
You got to be the man in the house and say, my whole family.
Oh, I'm the man. The rest of the family's in Florida. You know what I'm saying? We go from Florida to Cleveland to Jersey, Camden.
Oh, man.
That's the family.
There you go, brother.
I'm gonna tell you this though, man. It's gonna go through Philly. If we can get this, you know what I mean, we can keep building on what we doing.
So where did you hear the Motor City Kitties? I need to hear that.
Motor City Kitties, bro. I'm in Cleveland, bro. We play the Cleveland, what is it? The Cleveland Indians. They play the Detroit Tigers. So,
okay.
So
the baseball. Are they
baseball? They called it the Motor City Kitties. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I like
I'm just putting it on the football
line. I got you.
Motor City Kitties, man.
I like it. I might have to use that this week.
Yeah, and I went to the Browns and the Chiefs game. I was there today, bro.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, man.
Did you wear Eagles gear?
I was wearing like nonchalantly wearing nothing. Like you know
a neutral.
Yeah, I don't
wear a fucking Eagle hat, man. What do you don't have balls to wear an Eagle hat?
In Cleveland? Come on, man. Hell yes. However, I went out there. I saw Carson Wentz throwing a little bit of the ball. Kind of was like, oh shit. Well, Carson Wentz. Point I'm trying to make is,
what'd you think? Were you missing Carson?
No. What I'm saying is that I'm not afraid of the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs ain't like if we play the Chiefs for real right now, we're gonna smash them, bro. With the squad we got, the Chiefs ain't ready. They got Kelsey. No. I know everybody's want to say, "Oh, Kansas City champions." No, bro. We play the Chiefs on a neutral side right now. I think the Eagles gonna smack them, bro. Our defense is too good, bro. They got okay. Who do they have? They have Kareem Hunt running the ball. Like Kareem Hunt, he played for the Browns, bro. Like who what are we talking about? Like okay, who's running? Who's he throwing? Isaiah Likely or
they don't got shit. You're right. They don't got shit. But they got Patrick Mahomes, so you fucking give him and
he got twisted his ankle. He got his ankle wrapped up, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go. I was in the stands like, yeah. No, I'm not rooting for injury. I was just saying.
R&P, are you a member on JAKIB?
Absolutely, bro.
You are a member. All right. That's I thought you were. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I hope you win one of the Zander Palooza giveaways. Have you heard about the giveaway that we're doing?
I didn't know that. I'm
doing a huge giveaway for Christmas. I'm talking. I got like 10 I got 3 bags of Eagle. I got 15 hats. I got 10 sweatshirts. I got much. I hope you win because you live in fucking Cleveland. I hope you win because of that.
I say so in Cleveland, you got Steelers fans, you got Browns fans, you got a little bit of Ravens, and then you got like Packers and
you're afraid to wear your Eagle gear. You're afraid to wear your Eagle gear.
Oh, hell no. Not never. I was arguing all week with Steelers fans. I was at work with my fucking, you know what I'm saying, Philly Eagles. They're like, oh, the Steelers, this. Man, fuck Pittsburgh, bro.
You better show them up tomorrow,
man, come on, man. And we won. So tomorrow, it's all day.
Oh, man.
It's all day in Cleveland.
You're gonna be talking shit this week. But listen, you live in Cleveland, so I hope I can throw you a bone and give you some giveaways of some sort.
I hope so too, man.
Anybody that lives in Cleveland deserves something, some extra shot in the arm or something. All right, brother.
It's a little suburb of Cleveland, but we here.
You like Cleveland? Do you like it?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. I grew up in Camden and Philly, between Camden and Philly in the 90s. You know what I mean? 80s, 90s, and then my mom moved to Cleveland, right? When I was a kid, when I was younger. I used to love going back, visiting Camden, Philly. I used to get lost with my friends and family.
Yeah, I hear you.
I started having kids, right? I go back to Camden and Philly, and it wasn't the same. I'm like, man, I like back in the day, like shit, I'd be out here a month, in
Right.
Philly. I start having kids, man. I'm like 2-3 days. I'm like, man, I'm ready.
I'm out of here. I need to get home to my family and my quiet ass.
I'm ready.
suburbs.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to get the fuck back in Ohio. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that's.
I understand exactly what you're saying. All right, brother. I appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
All right, good stuff, man. R&P. Yeah, R&P, you're fucking great, man. That was great. That was fucking great. That was awesome. I love it. Any super chats? Sig Lord. What up, Sig? What up, Sig? He says Jalen had a nasty ankle breaker. Sean Mims checked in. Xander, this team tackles better than gang tackles too. Wow. Better tackling better than Gang Green? I don't think Seth would be happy with that one. Let's go to Clary Voy coming up here on JAKIB Postgame Show. What up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
Good to see you, man. How you living over there in the log cabin? The best,
Dude, I'm chilling.
Best house on the JAKIB Postgame goes to you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm chilling all the time, dude. I'm not too. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes from Tuscaloosa.
Hour and 15? Where you Mississippi, right?
Yeah, I'm in East Mississippi.
Yeah, so you're over by Alabama.
Yeah, you're talking
I can't say I missed that part of the country. I love going there, but I can't say I miss it.
Man, I think it just depends on like what you're into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you got to be going out to bars and stuff like that, this ain't the place. You know, you
I ain't a bar dude. I ain't a bar dude. You're not talking to a bar dude. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, I mean, but I had to learn how to get into the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a city boy.
Yeah.
It's rough.
It's different lifestyle. It's a different lifestyle for sure. What'd you think of the game today, bro? 10 straight for the Birds, man. They're cooking with gas right now.
Man, the defense is ridiculous. And then the offense, I actually thought that was like a bigger coordinator thing. Like they stopped trying to fit that square peg in the round hole. A lot of that stuff was like quick read, throw the ball. He had already off the bat, he knew what he was going to be doing with the ball, which is good. He was looking at the box. Then the RPOs, he's always reading off of one person, two people off the RPOs. He's real good in those kind of instances. I think Jalen Hurts played very well with what was called for him today.
Did he silence some of your fears, your concerns, or what?
I mean, if this is the game plan from here on out, then like how many big plays were they trying to get today? You didn't see him try to throw the ball 40 yards down the field.
Yeah.
They didn't even try that. They literally were going that quick pass RPO style.
And it worked. Good night. It worked way better.
And then you saw last week when we drove the ball down the field, it was that quick, like at the line. He was reading the defense at the line and already knew what he was going to do with it. He was calling the play right there. And they did it again today. And it's like, man, the offense just looks better, I was pretty close on my, prediction with Jalen and the offense and everything.
What was it?
I'm not even
remember. You got to forgive me. I don't remember.
Man, I said that they were going to start pulling out more RPOs and single read passes. It's in one of my comments from earlier this week that I was like, naturally the passing game's just going to get better. There's no way it can't,
Right.
I think they've been trying to just make him Phillip Rivers, and he's just not Phillip Rivers.
No, he's not at all. Defense is pretty insane, though, man. How do they rank up versus the defenses you've seen in Philly?
And there was a couple good ones in the Johnson days that I remember. Because I'm in my mid 30s right now, so I don't really remember too much of the mid 90s. Not much. And then they were
you probably got what, the 2000s? You remember the early 2000s?
Yeah, I remember the 2000s. I remember that there was a lot of potential when they had like Sean Bradley, but the dude couldn't stay healthy. Man, they've always had some really good players, but their defense is always, I mean, the Johnsons were just ridiculous with the blitzing and stuff like that. I don't really see this defense the same as that in that light. This defense reminds me more of like the Jets with Rex Ryan, or the Patriots. Like that's what this defense is like looking like to me more than anything.
What's the ceiling for this team, dude? What do you think it is? Because this team, I mean, to me, if they can pass the ball like that, if that's the game plan, I think this team can go to the Super Bowl. What say you?
Man, I would say it's not even a ceiling. It's they should make it to the Super Bowl. They are the best roster in the NFL. When they're firing, like they are the class of everyone. Defensively, offensively, our punter, like he's ridiculous at times.
He had one bad punt today, but that's all right. It's not.
Yeah, no, I mean, but what I'm saying is that they're good in every aspect of a football team.
Right.
You know, the offensive line's really good. The wide receivers are really good. I don't know, man. I think that they are by far the best team. It's as long as they, don't try to, they just play within themselves, Sometimes they're going to have to run the ball. Sometimes they're going to have to pass the ball.
Detroit's 12-2 now. You think we get the 1 seed?
Man, I think so. I want to be honest, man. In the NFC, there's not many teams that really scare me. I guess you could say maybe Tampa because
really,
of the last two outings.
For me, I don't. None of the AFC. Like,
no, I'm saying the
all
NFC.
Right, we play the Bills. Okay, cool. They can move the ball with Josh Allen. They can't stop a fucking nosebleed on defense.
Yeah, but I mean that's about to be for me. That's about to be Detroit. Detroit's defense wasn't it for me
as hell, and they just lost two huge guys.
Yeah, and then you go to Minnesota. Man, their quarterback he's not that good. He's playing good right now, man. But when he gets under the lights for the first time, what's going to happen? You're going to see the Jets again. That's what you're going to see. He's in Minnesota, man. He's not on prime time all the time and all that. He's on the 12 o'clock games. What do you think it's going to be when he's in the playoffs?
That's true, but
it's going to remind him of New York, and then he's going to just throw a turd like he always did.
Not a Darnold believer.
Nah, man. I mean, I think he has a ridiculous arm.
Mad Max is right though about Flores, about Brian Flores. I don't want to see that dude.
Yeah, that doesn't really worry me, man. I just think, everything with Tampa Bay, I just don't even see that being an issue either. If AJ's there, remember last year in the playoffs he was in Atlantic City, and then this year he was injured. As long as he's going to play, I think the NFC shouldn't be an issue. I do think though we need to have home field advantage. I think we have to win out, and that's a stretch, man. Think about it. That means we wouldn't have lost since what, week 3? Week 3, all
4. Lost the Bucs in week 4.
Man, so week 4, and then you're talking about they won all the way out. That'd
be 16 straight if we get the number 1 seed. If we don't get the number 1 seed, it'd be 17 straight. If they win,
yeah, man, that in itself is just ridiculous.
Fucking crazy. If this team wins the Super Bowl and 17 straight fucking wins, I swear to God, the city will burn to the ground. I think the city will burn to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I hope, man. I think Detroit's going to lose a couple games. I think Minnesota's still going to lose a couple games too. I think the Eagles are going to be able to rest probably the last week again. What is it, the Giants?
Yeah, I think it's Commanders next week. Yeah, Giants.
Yeah, so they might be able to rest people the last week, and I hope they can and still have the 1 seed. That's my hope. But we'll see. I thought today was a really physical game, man. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
All right, good stuff.
I wasn't expecting. This is like now 2 weeks in a row. This defense is hitting harder and harder.
This defense is crazy, dude. This defense is so good.
I don't believe the earlier when they were saying about Jalen Carter. I think what was it, Bob? I think Jalen Carter is that good, man. That dude's he literally takes over games. He's done it multiple games this year. He started a little slow, but man, like
Reggie good? That's next level.
I mean, yeah, but you got to remember, Reggie was already established as a player when he got into the league because he played in another league. I don't remember exactly what league it was, but he was in something else before he got in the NFL. He was already.
I don't know that history. I couldn't that. Yeah.
Reggie White, I think, was a little bit older when he got into the league. So, like, he was already established as a player, and he was ridiculous when he got into the league. So, I mean, give it some time, man. I mean, right now he's the best defensive tackle that I can remember. This young, there's no one that I know. Like Jerome Brown, that was before my time. I can only just find videos on him, you know.
Yeah, me
But
too.
every like Corey Simon, all them, he has more potential than all of them like combined. Even Fletcher Cox, he looks better than Fletcher Cox did.
USFL people are giving you in the chat.
Yeah, so there you go. And he was ridiculous in there, Reggie White was. So I don't know, man. I think it's a little too early to tell what this that kid's potential like is, what he can be. And I hope he is, you know, because that means we're gonna be damn good.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, brother. I appreciate you checking in, man. I'll talk to you again soon, all right, bro?
Yeah, I'll see you. Have a good one.
All right, Clary Voy. Thank you, man. Good stuff there from Clary Voy checking in on the post-game show. Good stuff, everybody. Great show tonight. Hour and 40 minutes we've gone, which is pretty impressive. After, what do we have, a 2.5 hour post-game show? All right, Birds, 10 straight, everybody. 10 freaking straight. Interesting, man. Mad Max gave me some interesting things. Mad Max, I don't know if you're still watching Mad Max, but the shit you say sometimes sticks in my head. And now I'm like, did Jalen have as good of a game as I'm thinking? Let me go rewatch this. That's what I'm doing tonight. When I get off here, load up the iPad. Love this. This is my favorite thing to do. This is, you want to know what Big Z does? We're on this fucking, load up the fucking iPad, NFL app, boom, condensed game. It's about 32 minutes long, 35 minutes long, whatever it is. So I'll be doing that tonight, man. Good stuff. Appreciate everybody checking in today. I appreciate it all. Hit that like button on me on the way out for me. I appreciate all of our supers today. Boda Sactra, appreciate that. A-Team, Q the God, Mims, Caleb Brandon, and Sig Lord. Appreciate all you guys, man. Big shout out to everybody that joined the show as well. Great job tonight. I'll catch you guys in the morning on Birds 365. All right, everybody? Thank you.
Ignite your nights with free live entertainment daily, only at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia's Center Bar. 7 days a week, enjoy some of the region's top party bands, performers, and DJs as they take the stage in the heart of the casino action. Great cocktails, live music, and lively moments. It's all happening at Center Bar at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for more details and the complete list of upcoming events. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The following is a real testimonial from the father of a young injured victim.
I didn't think she was going to make it.
Major Perry's daughter was the victim of a horrific accident caused by someone else's negligence.
If you don't find the right counselor, law firm that you're looking for, you will get lost in the wilderness.
Badly injured? Call the Fritz and Bianculli Law Firm at 215-458-2222 and find out why they say, "We got this."
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong as the #1 health insurer in the region. No IBX is always looking out for you.
We noticed that there was mold creeping into our basement about a year and a half ago, and wanted to make sure that we were getting rid of the problem permanently. We actually reached out to several different contractors to get it resolved, and actually 2 of them recommended DryTech to us as a long-term solution. Other than the noise factor, we wouldn't even know that there was work being done on the basement level. It's really been a clean process for us.
Score and save this football season on your car insurance. Before the next game, save up to 40% on your auto insurance policy. That's right, 40% savings. Call an Audible this season and contact the Del Val Insurance Group. They're an advocate for you, not an insurance company. That means they'll get you the right coverage and save you up to 40%. Call managing partners Fran or Jim of Del Val Insurance, 215-354-0122, or score and save at dvigi.com. dvigi.com.
EAGLES. Eagles.